Create a clean heart in me, O God. Renew in me a steadfast spirit. These words from Psalm 51 announce a season of renewal for you and me, the season of Lent. And as you and I enter into the Lenten season as a diocesan family, we're going to focus this year on that simple phrase, renew us, O Lord. And as we invite the Lord to renew us, we think of the origin of the word Lent, which means spring. And we think of all the potential, the opportunity, the new life that Lent, that spring signifies. And yet, as we know, even in spring, how we have to cultivate the soil in order so that it might bear fruit, so for you and I, that during this Lenten season, we're invited even more to open our lives to God. Think of that in terms of how we open the soil to receive new life as we plant the seed. And God has planted at our baptism the seed of new life within each one of us. But you and I need to let that seed grow. And that's what this season is all about. Growing in our relationship with our God. Opening our lives more and more to our God, in whose image we are made, who has called us by name. And the first thing you and I need to remember on our Lenten journey is how precious we are to God. That God really cares about us. That's why we celebrate this season of Lent, because it leads us to the ultimate sign of God's care and concern for you and me. His passion, His death, but also His resurrection. And so, as we seek to renew our lives in the Lord, I invite us during this sacred season to be men and women of prayer, to take more time to be with God, whether it's in reading the scriptures daily, praying the rosary, going to daily mass. But take some time each day to work on your relationship with God. And that might involve then some fasting, some giving up, as we often say, but I often don't worry about how much food I give up as much as do I give up maybe some time surfing the internet or watching TV or talking on the phone. Do I give up that time so that I might give that time to God? And then on the flip side also, our charitable works. Taking time for our neighbor, especially in the world in which we live today. Our world is a world in which we find violence, and yet we know we can be peacemakers. We can be the loving face of God to those we meet. And so during Lent, it's a great time for us also to make time for others. And that's where we might want to pick up our phone and just say hello to someone who might be lonely, who has no one else to really care for them. Renew us, O Lord. That's what our Lenten journey is all about. And what we seek to renew in each one of us is our God-given image. That each one of us is a child of God. That each one of us is made in God's image. And so how do you and I show that compassionate face of God to those we meet along the way? That's what this Lenten journey is all about. It's about you and I opening our lives more and more to God. And as we open our lives to God, That's when great things happen. As a song I used to sing when I was younger, great things happen when God mixes with us. That's what we want to happen this Lent. That's my simple prayer for you. That you will take time to mix with God. And as you do so, you will find your life renewed. But in turn, we also will find our world renewed. God bless you.